I'm going to show you two exercises that will help with scoliosis and left and right side imbalance. So the first one, stand on one leg. It's kind of hanging on your hip, and then initiate the movement by pushing through that standing leg and pushing tall, lengthening your spine as if your head is moving up towards the sky, and then coming back and then let the weight sink down into the ground and it's kind of hanging onto the hip again, and reverse it by pushing through your foot, actively engaging your hips and lengthen your spine. So go through this movement. Push tall, just hold it there for a few seconds and then let everything go. Just kind of stand hanging on the hip in a lazy way and more into the active standing. So as you are actively engaging your hips, and you should feel some work in your glutes on the standing leg, and repeat that about 5 times or so, and then switch sides, standing first in a lazy way, hanging on the hip, and then going to the active stance, pushing through your foot, engaging your glutes, engage in your hips, and then lengthen your spine. Push through your foot, engage your hips, lengthen your spine. So you get taller, and let everything go. Let the weight come back to the floor, into the ground. So repeat this one about 5 times slowly every time you engage, and you can hold that posture for 5 seconds or so. Then for more challenge, you can hold it for a longer period of time, about 10 to 15 seconds each time. And let's get into the second exercise. So the second one, stand on one leg and then reaching the opposite leg back and cross. And then going to the active stance with the reaching of your arm towards the sky. So as you reach in your leg, kick leg back, you're shortening that side, and then as you are driving that leg up and driving your arm up towards the sky, you are lengthening that side. So push tall, actively using your legs. Come up and push. Repeat these movements 5 to 10 times, and depending on where you're at. And then switch legs. Even if you have scoliosis with one side being shorter than the other side, I still recommend you going through this movement on both sides, just for the purpose of retraining your movements, retraining your nervous system, and it's good to practice in both sides still. Same thing, you will find that one side is much easier because that's the patterns, your habitual patterns, that's the easier side. It's good to recognize that, and it's good to train out of the same patterns. Okay, well, enjoy it.